I want to start this off with just a few questions. Now tell me if you know who I'm talking about in this quote. Everything in moderation, including moderation. That was a quote by Julia Childs, one of my favorite cooks of all time. And along with that, who here knows how to cook? Now I'm not saying using a microwave or just heating up some water and boiling something. I'm talking about getting cumin, basil, actually getting ingredients, smelling them, knowing how they taste and how they are presented onto your platter, how they smell and how they taste, how it looks. Well, today that brings me to what I believe. I believe that everyone should know how to cook, and for various reasons. Most of them it's easy. You can also work with different tastes. Also with that, it opens up your palate, so you can enjoy different flavors in different parts of the world just by tasting it. You can just take a trip around the world with just that alone. Also, it helps you be healthier. Now, I'm not saying fast food is completely evil. It's all right, but once again, everything in moderation. With being able to cook at home, you're able to better understand what you're putting into your body, what you're cooking, what you are eating, what it is that you're putting into your body. And also, you can make yourself by feeling better, by making stuff that makes you remember, you know, certain points in your childhood, certain points in your life. Now, also cooking is a gateway to the soul, and I honestly believe that, mostly because of the flavor, the color, the look, the personality that it gives us an insight to who you are. Case in point, if you're a very sloppy, very unorganized person, your meals will turn out very bland and disorganized and mushy. But if you're a very, very clean, kept person, it can show by how you isolate different ingredients or how everything is presented so that everyone can see what everything's put on there. Now, I do have a few examples, a few cooks, if you will, that you can see as an example for how it is that their cooking betrays who they are. The first one I want to get to is Alton Brown. He's a very scientific person when it comes to approaching cooking. Now, as you can see, all of his meals, everything's very laid out, everything's very, you can see all of what he has presented for you. You can see all the ingredients. You know what went into this. Another example, Rachel Ray. Now I'm sure a bunch of you know who Rachel Ray is. You see her cookware all over the place. She's very colorful, very flashy. She's very vibrant. She's got a very, very colorful personality. It shows in her cooking as well because you see the different varies in flavors and sizes, and you can tell how quirky everything looks and how it feels. Also brings me to one of my personal favorites, Mario Batali. Mario Batali is all about not only just measuring your ingredients, but just going off what it feels. Not just going exactly a cup or going exactly a teaspoon. He just puts in what he feels is right. And also, much like his personality, his food is very, very loud. It speaks to you saying that, you got all these flavors, it's very hearty, you feel full. Just by looking at it, you can tell that this is not going to leave you hungry and wanting for more. You'll be done as soon as it's over with. Also, with that, you can also see that with his type of cooking, it's very sloppy, however, it looks presentable. Mostly because before we had measuring cups, people would use like a handful instead of a cup. You can see that when you go home. Grab a handful of flour, put it in a cup, measuring cup. You'll see it's roughly about right. And that's one of the biggest things about cooking, is you decide what you put in it. You can taste, you can feel, it's all about your mood that goes into your cooking, and thus making you feel better, live better, and also help you see how other people are by tasting their other dishes. You can see where they're from, their background, who they are, where they're from, what they like, what they don't like. You can tell all of this just how someone cooks. And in conclusion, I believe that everyone should cook. It's a gateway to the soul, and honestly, it can bring people together from different nations, or different cultures, and different backgrounds. And this is what I believe.